Shabbat Shalom. This is GMS Louisiana Saints with another Shabbat lesson. But before we get started, as always, we give praises, glory, and infinite honors to Yahweh. Double honors to the apostles and elders, the great millstone who ruled and teach well, and peace and patience. Sincere I came out there pushing this word of truth and sincerity to the four corners of the world. May you brothers endure until the end. And with this Shabbat lesson, we're just going to get into current events. And you've got popping off over in the land of Israel right now, with clashes and rocket attacks. Of course, you got this fuel shortage, this gas shortage going on right now, with some places running out of gas, runs on the gas stations, talks of food shortages like a chicken shortage, a water shortage, you name it. And hey, Abarat this gas shortage continues and leads into the much bigger food shortages and other plagues. But we definitely know that we're getting to the time of these end times plagues and pestilences and famines and conflicts are going to be right in you people's faces. Hey, you're going to realize, but even though it's going to be too late, the minute the Lord told you these things, but again, it's going to be too late, and you're going to have to get how you live in that day. Starving to death, getting killed, going to a concentration camp, dying from some pestilence, getting drafted into war. Nothing good is coming to this place. As it says in Ezekiel chapter 3, this is a book of lamentations, mourning, and also in Ecclesiastes chapter that there's a time and a season for everything, a time for peace and a time for war, a time for love and a time for hate. And we're in the times of hate and war and death and destruction. Let's start off in chapter 16. Bible.
Yeah, okay. 16. This is Second Ezra 16:5. It says, "Plagues are sent unto you. What is that they are delivered?" Let me read it again. So, "Plagues are sent unto you, and what is he that may drive them away?"
Kind of says, and plagues are sent unto you. The C-19, possibly this gas shortage, the wars and rumors of wars, the jab, you name it. And it says, what is he that may drive them away? That's a real question. Nobody's going to be able to avert these plagues from Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh. As it says in Isaiah 55, verse 11, so shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth. It shall not return unto me void, but it shall accomplish that which I please. And the things that are to be accomplished are all these terrible calamities that you people are about to be visited with for your great pride that you've been walking in. Chiefly 2/3 of the nation of Israel and you Edomites.
It says, may any man drive away a hungry lion in the woods? Question mark. Or may anyone quench the fire in stubble when it is begun to burn? Question mark.
Hey, all rhetorical questions. No, when a hungry lion's on your ass, like it's going to be on your ass unless Yahweh by Yahweh is dealing with you in that day. You're not going to get away. And as I said, can one quench the fire in the stubble? And we can see what's been happening in California. That fire can't be quenched, and it's going to be no different pestilences and plagues and death and destruction that's coming to you people for your pride. Actually, could somebody get me jump to 17? Could somebody get me Second Esdras chapter 8 verse 50, Baba Kashad?
I'll get it. This is the book of Second Ezra, chapter 8, verse 50. For many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter time shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride.
Hey, point blank period. Those plagues and great miseries are going to happen in these latter times, which we're in right now, for you people that have been walking in pride. And pride and haughtiness has been at an all-time low right now. Jake's been worse and worse. And the apostles have been getting on to Eve and the Israelite woman lately because of her haughtiness and pride. Your kingdom's going down, but you're only getting more proud and boastful. You heathen nations who are just window dressing, but you're still prideful. Hey, the time has come where you're going to have to cash in that tab you've been up for your wickedness. Being a feminist mindset, following after the alphabet agenda, beginning with LG, being an adulterer, being a cheat, a liar, a scumbag, a dirtbag. The list goes on and on. And it's going to be a beautiful thing to see, because with each passing day, as we get closer and closer to all hell breaking loose, and and the men of the Lord and hopeful elect can see that these prophecies are coming to pass, and we know that our salvation is going to come thereafter, and we get more sickness in this place. Because if it isn't one thing, if it isn't Mr. Potato Head having a gender, or a friggin' cross-dressers doing story times at school, it's down the line. If this place were allowed to last, and pedophilia, bestiality would be completely legalized, and who knows whatever else madness, this place has to be quenched with that fire, that ultimate contagion.
Right, and they go on and say, I'm gonna jump to 2 Ezra 16, 17.
And this is what's coming to you people in these latter times we're living in, for walking in great trouble.
It says, woe is me, who will deliver me in those days?
And hey, this was Ezra seeing this vision thousands of years ago. And at that time, he knew he was obviously writing the book. But even him, he saw those visions in that day, was saying, woe is me, who will deliver me? That's just how bad and horrific these times are going to be.
All right, it says, the beginning of sorrows, great mourning, the beginning of famines and great debt, the beginning of wars, and the powers shall stand in fear. The beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come?
Hey, you better pray that Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh is on your side in that day. Because if he's not, then all the armory of plagues and destruction that Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh is about to release, you're going to be completely engulfed in it. And as I said, the beginning of famines and great death. Hey, over the past couple of years, you've had the UN World Food Program talking about how they expect about around, maybe even more now, 300 million people globally to be on the verge of mass starvation, which is going to be worse than that. And hey, there's been talks of chicken shortages and other food shortages in the States. That great death's going to come from it. And it said the beginning of wars. In the beginning of wars, look at what's going on over in Israel right now. You got rocket attacks, those Amalekites getting killed over there, Palestinians getting retaliated against. Hey, wars and rumors of wars with what's going on over in Eastern Europe with Ukraine, Russia, the United States, and NATO. And of course, the main one we're waiting for, war to kick off that bigger battle in the Valley of Jehoshaphat.
Right. It says 19, behold, famines and plagues, tribulations and anguish, as scourges for amendments. But for all these things, they are not turned from their wickedness, nor by away mindful of the scourges.
And even with all these things going on right now, the beginnings of it right now, what are you seeing? People not repenting, people just waxing worse and worse. And even when you go to Revelation, it says that after the nuclear missiles hit, these Edomites that do survive still aren't going to repent from their sins. And so it's going to be wickedness all the way up until the kingdom, when the Israelites are power hitting you in the back with that rod of iron and those whips. So hey, I can just expect things to just continue to escalate and get worse and worse until Abaratazah, hey, the brothers on this camera used to see Akim out there get beamed up on these chariots. But the only thing you can do right now is have all 10 toes down, pushing this word as hard as you can and doing what you need to do to stay in the good graces of God. You can be safe from these famines and deaths and wars and pestilences.
It says,
I got you. Shabbat.
Me too.
It says, let me get this one real fast. It says, behold, victuals shall be good. Victuals shall be so good upon earth. They shall think themselves to be in good case, and even then shall evil sword, famine, and great confusion.
The way things are looking, those victuals aren't going to be cheap for much longer. We got hyperinflation coming with all these stimulus checks and unemployment benefits, and the stimulus packages getting passed around where they're just printing more money, which is bringing down the value of the dollar. That's why me and his brothers on the camera talk about it all the time. You can go to any store here and see that these prices from bathroom goods to toilet paper to food goods are slowly creeping up.
dealing with another brother earlier, and I had seen on the chat the brother saying that where he's at in Richmond, I think Richmond, Virginia, gas is $10. Another brother said it's $7 where he at, man. So what you gonna do? All right. And the brother's like, yeah, $10. He's like, for real? I like you. Yeah, everybody was asking him like, you said $10.
And what's funny about that is a couple of weeks ago, before they really started talking about these shortages, I was at a gas station, a Shell station, and you know how they have the little boards up with how much the gas is? Well, there was a glitch on it. It was originally supposed to be $2.59 a gallon, but the glitch made it say $8.59 a gallon. But as this brother just said, in some places got it $7.
That's the price for real.
Kind of no joke. So yeah, that was prophecy speaking before it happened. And then I've been I
was gonna say one thing too. Even a brother from Atlanta, he showed that he was driving down the street and the gas line was looking like for miles and miles long for one gas station, man. Even where we're at, all the Shell gas stations, or some of them have regular. It's nothing. He's talking gonna make your ass, man. All right, he got a big agenda, a bigger plan going on. All right, we coming up on the days where they bring the season Masada again, man. They're gonna starve you out, right? Your water gonna be contaminated. All right, your gas. You ain't gonna be no. You got niggas out here that thinking in the time they keep driving around. All right, listening to Lil Uzi Vert, the latest NBA about shit going down. You out your goddamn mind, man. You niggas is crazy.
I mean, those Mad Max movies are dealing with the post-apocalypse. The main thing they're looking for in those movies was gas, and people were fighting, butchering, and killing each other over it. So, hey, Abaratazah, these gas shortages want to pop it off. But hey, gas shortages, if this isn't it, are coming, and you won't be able to just go and be an asshole and drive up there and fill 20 canisters with gas or fill a Walmart bag with gas. People are going to see that. You're going to get put to death on the spot. And like you were saying about the siege of Masada, in the spirit, the Most High sending a message to you, Jakes, talking about a chicken shortage, a chicken wing shortage, because that's what you Jakes go crazy over, chicken. So what Jake gonna do? There's no gas, there's no chicken, there's no pineapple Big Shot. There's pretty much nothing you Jakes have brought up to, and you're gonna lose it. And as the brother on the screen below is talking about, what's Jake gonna do? What are you Babylonians gonna do in general when the drugs run out? When you can't get the prescription drugs, you can't get the weed, you can't get the ecstasy, the coke, the only thing that's keeping you people from completely losing it, you're going to completely lose it. Like Gerald Salente says, when people got nothing left to lose, it's about to be all hell and pandemonium out here. It's going to be death and pain to the nerve endings.
Right.
You brothers had some precepts?
Yeah, Kaya, you was
same here.
23.
Y'all gonna finish?
You want me to read now?
You brothers can get your precepts back in there.
This Ezekiel 7:15. It says, the sword is without, and the pestilence and the famine within. He that is in the field shall die with the sword, and he that is in the city, famine and pestilence shall devour him.
Hey, so pretty much in this time, anywhere you go, if you don't have the wide exemption on you, you're gonna get it. You're gonna get busted wide open out here. You're gonna get busted wide open out in these woods, or you're gonna get busted wide open out in these cities. It's gonna be like it says in Amos chapter 5, verse 18. Hey, though you may escape a bear, you shall run into a lion. And though
that's what I had.
Oh, hey, bring it out then. That's a spirit.
This is Amos chapter 5, verse 18. Woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord. To what end is it for you?
And hey, that goes to a lot of you wacky tacky Christians out here, hey, especially you other alternative media people, because as things are getting worse, you can clearly see that things are getting worse. And with your rudimentary understanding of the scriptures, you may know a precept here or there, but then you talk about in the name of Jesus or God or anything like that, or you've got eyes that you see. Well, that's clearly not the case, because the only people that are going to get through it in that day are the elect 144,000 and the rest of the righteous 1/3. That's one thing I'm so happily looking forward to, is you haughty Christians finally getting put in your place. You butchering the scriptures, just just being an asshole out here. Here you are for God, but you don't know a goddamn thing. Keep going up.
The day of the Lord is darkness and not light, as if a man did flee from a lion and a bear met him,
Keep going.
went into the house and leaned his hand on the wall, and a serpent bit him.
Hey, so it's going to be terror upon terror. Say you're on the run from a band of cannibals and your car runs out of gas. Then you got to go jump in the water somewhere and wade through some alligators. You may put your kid on your arm and the kid snatched up by an alligator. And then you escape that and get picked up by some skinheads and they go to torturing you in a basement. Escape that, and you end up in a concentration camp, get experimented on. And if you escape that, if you don't, you're ultimately going to get burned up by those nuclear missiles. So again, unless you have that market for being of that elect number, you're not making it out of this.
I still had a lot.
Oh, Con. Oh, Con.
You finished what you had, Wagner?
Con.
Right. I'm gonna read it. Ezekiel 7:15. The sword is without, and the pestilence and the famine within. He that is in the field shall die with the sword, and he is in the city. Famine and pestilence shall devour him, but they escape of them shall escape, and shall be on the mountains like doves of the valleys, all of them mourning, everyone for his iniquity. All hands shall be feeble, and all knees shall be weak as water.
Okay, kind of point blank period. All hands and knees are going to be feeble on that day for the anguish and the pain out here. And again, the only people that are going to make it out is those with that mark of exemption on their foreheads. But even they're going to be scared in that day. As it says, and the righteous shall scarcely be saved. As the elder apostles and other brothers always go into, even the elect are going to make it out by the skin of their teeth. It's going to get to the point where, am I even of that number? Am I going to make it? So that's why you should constantly be pushing this word and being diligent so you can hope to be in the right case when Yahweh Ba'ashai returns and know everything you possibly could to be safe from these calamities.
Gotta be a horror movie out here, man. Worse than that. Y'all gonna sit back and make it more terrifying and terrifying, man. Mm-hmm. This is gonna be like you see, the plague's gonna get sent and they ain't gonna never stop, man. All right, it's gonna be like a travailing woman. And Jake think it's a game, bro. Jake just think everything is a game, bro. Jake look at everything as, oh, we gonna get through it. Or Jake, if you always said Jake talk like, you know, it happened before it happened. Well, when this is over with, man, I'm gonna go back and give me a bill, smoke me a golf. Well, this ain't gonna never get over with, man. Until you be over, until you be ended. You got it, right?
Hey, there is no going back. There is no going back before the C-19 of the lockdowns. This is the new normal. It's eventually going to become the new horror, the new terror. Things are just going to get progressively worse and worse. And we clearly saw when the lockdowns first started how weak you Americans were, and how weak you people globally were. You people out here that like to show that image that you had everything going. You had the nice car, you had the woman, the job, the clothes.
I'm gonna say something too. The first 2 weeks of the C-19, all you kept seeing was suicide videos of people jumping, swine diving on buildings and bridges and shit, man. Because it can take the pressure of staying inside. Damn, is that easy? Is that simple to make you kill yourself by staying inside?
Mm-hmm.
No. People, man, and like I said, Star's already in full swing of his new world order, man. The grip is getting tighter and tighter, like a boa, like what is a boa constrictor, or whatever.
Anaconda.
Yeah, squeezing the life out of you, man. That's why you people don't know. I'm gonna get it real fast too.
Hey, that's beautiful. You brought up a boa constrictor, a snake.
Yeah,
what's this devil? Esau, a serpent. Hey, that devil, that serpent is about to come down in great wrath because these elites know what it's hitting for. They know their time's almost up, so that's why things are speeding up so they can try to accomplish this devil. And in between them, in between where they want to go and where they need to be, There's going to be a lot of death and destruction and misery in between. Ultimately, we know it's through the will of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai to visit people for your wickedness. And also, as the brother was saying, during those first couple of weeks, that people commit suicides. And
hold on real fast.
kind of,
Like breaks in the middle of two pages. So. His thing not up there. His video not up there. Yeah, something wrong with his video. I mean, go ahead. I can tell.
But yeah, a lot of suicides going on, and you had a record numbers of people calling into suicide hotlines, an uptick of alcoholics and drug use, and things weren't even really that bad. Like, I know for me personally, when these lockdowns happened, it was just, okay, so the places are closing earlier, but you can still go and get shit from the store. You can still drive around and do all that. But with these simple things, you people were beginning to lose it. So how much more when it's really all green lights go, and it's really all hell and pandemonium out here. Fame's really here. Pestilence are really here. You're seeing people die up close and live in your face.
I got one real fast. This is Luke 19, and I'm going to start at 42. I'm going to start at 41. It says, and when he said, come near, he held the city and went over it, saying, if thou hast known, even thou, at least in this thy days, that things will come. My bad. Things belong. Let me read that again. Saying that if thou hast known, even thou at least this, that the days that the things belong unto thee peace, but now they are hid from thine eyes.
Hey, and Yahushua talking about 70 AD back in the past, but we know in Romans chapter 15 that everything written aforetime was written for our learning. So Yahushua is talking to his disciples today, and hey, he's talking to you 2/3 through his disciples. He's probably prophesying on the street. And as it said, if thou hadst known, even now, at least in this thy day, the things which belong unto thy peace, coming back under your power, Yahweh, not continuing to wax worse and worse and scoff against his word and scoff against his men and keep after your daddy the devil, you would have had a chance at repentance to being saved. But as it says, but now they are hid from thine eyes. And that's going into that famine of the word, because that still needs to come to pass. And it is coming to pass. As things get progressively worse, we've been seeing Esau trying to control the narrative with the internet. And Esau knows that this word is the #1 threat out here. So soon it's not going to be out here. And as it says in Ezekiel chapter 33, and when these things come to pass, and when these things begin to come to pass,
Okay, I'm still holding that precept too. Sound like this.
And as it said in Ezekiel 33, and when these things shall begin to come to pass, the famines, the pestilences, the war, the death, then shall you know that a prophet has been among you, but it's going to be too late. Your teachers are going to be hidden from you, and you're just going to have to keep living at it. And the getting's not going to be good at all.
It says 43, it says, for the days shall come upon thee that thy enemies. This was going. This is think about that bold getting tighter, man. Right, closing you in, man. It says thy enemies shall cast a trench about thee and compass thee around, and shall keep thee on every side.
And hey, that's going into a state of martial law. And hey, even these lockdowns keeping you jakes in on every side. Things get really bad out here. You're gonna have troops on the streets, blocking you in. And if you want to leave, you're gonna either have to show your papers or you're gonna get put down. And we see what's going on in these other countries, in places like New Zealand and Quebec in Canada, there are fines for not only not getting the jab but breaking curfew. Hey, $4, $5, $10,000. Being nice right now. What do you think is going to happen when it's even more draconian? It'd be boots on the ground and rifles in hands.
Well, I think when they set up a curfew in the midst of a crisis, anybody that's outside, they can consider you a looter. You can get shot, man. Whether it be by a home, whether it be by vigilantes, or even the cops, man. And that's just how real shit's finna get.
And Katrina was a perfect example for what you just get to look forward to when Jacob's trouble. People getting gunned down in the streets, people being kept in blockades, people getting raped and butchered. It's nothing good coming.
Right. And shall lay thee even with the ground, and thy children's within thee. And they shall not leave even one stone upon another, because thou knowest not the time of thy visitation.
It said, they shall lay thee even with thy children to the ground. Hey, your kids saying you're a mother or father, I'm going to put you down. If you say I'm a pregnant woman that needs help, they're going to put you down.
I'm a Christian. You niggas gonna say that. There's a lot of you niggas gonna say I'm a Christian.
I voted for
yeah. And them 223s gonna show you how Christian they is too, man.
Mm-hmm. They're gonna show you how much Black Lives Matter.
That's right.
And it said they shall not leave one stone unturned. Hey, they're gonna be searching everything. You Jakes think you got a good hiding place. If Yahweh is showing you not dealing, they're gonna find that place with the ground. And why? Because as it said at the end, because thou knewest not the time of thy visitation. Here you have the men of the Lord, teachers no longer hidden in a corner, preaching to you, telling you what's going on and what you need to do to be saved. But you're continuing to wax worse and worse and become super scoffers and super demons. So as it says in Proverbs chapter 1, when that calamity comes upon you, the Most High, the Most High is not going to hear you, but he's actually going to laugh at you. And it's going to be no different with the men of the Lord. He'll be laughing at you too. Your precepts of Machia?
I got a couple of them. All right. It's Jeremiah 5:11. For the house of Israel and the house of Judah have dealt very treacherously against me, saith the Most High.
Hey, that's
go ahead.
I was going to say, and that's the brother Jeremiah speaking. He's saying the house of Judah and the house of Israel has dealt treacherously against me. You look what Jeremiah went to, and they scoffed him. They threw him into a miry pit. They threatened him with death. Hey, no different than what they're doing to the Lord today. Coming up saying they're going to clear the block, the truth. We're going to call the cops on you. The list goes on and on. When you read about Jeremiah, he was so vexed that he was asking the Most High to kill Israelites. And that's the sentiment of 2/3. It's much better for you to just be in the spirit world than to be being a plague and a virus walking around.
God, 12. They have belied the Most High and said, it is not he, neither shall evil come upon us, neither shall we see sword nor famine.
Hey, Jake being settled on his lees, as it says in 2 Peter's, hey, we have heard about these things from the times of old, and nothing has happened yet. That's the sentiment now. And we heard about our grandparents talking about the apocalypse and the book of Revelation and the MOB, but look, nothing's happened. They continue to go on as they did in the past. We're in the beginning of sorrows right now, and it's only going to get more sorrowful. Actually living in those times.
I got real quick one. This is Sirach 15:12. It says, remember that it will not be long in coming. It says, and that the covenant of the grave is not shown unto thee. That is not far off, man. The grave is debt. All right, because these people here, they depend on the resources of the government, whether it be gas. These niggas need gas. All they want to do is drive around and bullshit. Cut motherfuckers off. The hell they going at? Especially getting around the time of the summer. All this what you see is strategically happening, right, according to the agenda, man. Right, boxing you in. got numbskulls out here that different brothers that met in stores. You know, they don't know who we are, what we into, but they'll talk about how they can feel something's finna happen. How they got to hide a whole spot. You ain't get 3 blocks down the street, man. All right. You Jake talk about how you got 1 clip and one gun and you can hold it down your house, man. But the shooter said we're gonna be as wandering around, man. You know, Jake mind is all boxed in. You might don't go fuck the goddamn the square corner.
It's from playing too much Call of Duty.
Really and truly, man. Jake really be playing too much Call of Duty, man. That shit got your mind all jacked up. All right.
Man, people talking about a hiding place an hour away. You're not gonna get to it.
Yeah.
Just watch that movie, The Road. They were traveling around and found a house and found full of everything in it. I bet those people thought that when things went down, they were going to get to their bunker and live safely. That wasn't the case.
God, Jake, you don't jump off a building with an armor helmet on, man. That's only the video game. You think you're gonna get revived? Somebody gonna see you on the ground like on Warzone and come revive your ass? Hell no.
Yeah, stick some adrenaline in you or something.
They
Jake,
okay. You don't even know how to put the you know how they put the thing in their arm and man, you ain't come on, man.
The stem shot?
Yeah.
Yeah, stem shot. Yeah, adrenaline. Good.
Yeah. Pug G and shit, man.
Yeah.
Niggas crazy, man.
Jake thinks he's gonna be leaning outside of a holding 2 pistols, just while his partner's driving in the car and swinging it and drifting it while they're hitting everybody on this block.
Yeah, you think you're gonna be competition out here or some shit, right? In that day. Yeah, John Wick in it, man. Shit, man. What you about to say?
Hey, niggas putting bags of gas in they.
What happened?
Niggas putting bags of gas in they. Gas was better. You can't.
You kind of cutting out.
Yeah, you cutting up real bad.
I hear what
I know what you're trying to say, but it's chopping up hard up in the middle.
kind
He's trying to say that, you know, they got people out here dumb. They actually pumping gas. Gas station around here, they putting gas in goddamn plastic bags and shit, man. And tying them up in the night and putting them in the back of the goddamn SUV. Roll their ass up, hit us. Come, man.
y'all post.
Yeah, we're gonna show it, man. We can prove what we saying, man. This is from down here. The brother at the gas station, man.
True.
Look at this shit, man. No, we can back up everything we saying. Hold on. You can turn it sideways.
Turn some music.
It's like a little bright, huh?
Oh yeah, turn it all the way off because you know I don't get no copyright. Okay. Turn it back. It's funky now.
Wasting the. Y'all can hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Not only was they storing up the gas, it was wasting the gas too, man. So, and you know what Jay gonna do? Jay gonna light a fucking cigarette, man, and forget that the gas is on him, man.
Then bring it down.
Look at this shit. Press play, all right. Look at this shit. Look at this shit.
That's a woman at the gas station down here, man. She pumping gas in a plastic bag, man. And you dumbass women, you gonna get steamrolling that day with your dumb ass, man. All of you dumbass women out here that don't know what the fuck going on, you gonna get steamrolled. Molly,
Right? Oh man.
Star drag, man.
Well, watch this. Watch this. Look at this at the bottom of the. Watch this. Yeah.
Fucking
look. You see all of it wasting out? That's madness, man. You see why women ain't supposed to be outside? You see?
look at this.
Look at this.
Look at this shit. You think she's throwing away garbage, man? Look at it, dumbass. Look.
Look at this shit, man.
That's today, man.
That's why a woman ain't supposed to be making decisions. A woman ain't supposed to be making decisions, bro.
Hey, Yeah, that's what we're dealing with out here. You people.
Hey, and you know the children in the car seat. You know she got the 2 babies in the car seat in the car. I already know that.
She got the windows up and everything.
The windows up.
Dumbass.
Them about to light a cigarette.
She gonna light a cigarette. That's for sure. Yeah. Then another just got buku bag stored in his SUV on the picture. Right under it, man. Just buku bags of gas, bro. Tripping. Bags. Gas tanks. Bags. You got it out.
And that was a Moabite doing that in the video. But a lot of you dicks are retarded like that. You don't know your hands from your elbow. You got some other nations out here preparing for the things to come. But dicks are continually just fucking off and eating Cheetos with the chicken wings stuck to your back. A lot of jakes just have only condiments in their fridge. So it's gonna be really bad when these calamities hit. Who cares? Hey, just like Jeremiah was vexed by you wicked jakes, hey, we're vexed by it. And again, in that Proverbs chapter 1, we're laughing when these calamities hit, and rightfully so. It should be a shame to see people be this stupid and dumbed down out here.
For real, man.
Anybody had a precept?
Yeah, I had one.
If not, could somebody hold for me Zephaniah chapter 12, and then jump down to verse 14 and read down to verse 17. Got it, Wadia.
Kind. This is Luke 17 and 26. It says, and as it was in the days of Noah, so shall it be also in the days of the Son of Man. They did eat, they drank, they married wives, they were given in marriage until the day that Noah entered into the ark, and the flood came and destroyed them all.
And we got a perfect visualization of that Luke 17 just about every weekend down here at Bible Camp in New Orleans. Hey, we're out here preaching, just like Noah was preaching in the past, and you'll see like a wedding procession go on. Some lights walking down the street, waving the flag. Jake's playing some brass music off key, holding the umbrellas, just complete madness. And said that they were eating and drinking and giving in marriage at a good time. As we read back in that 2nd Ezra 16, all these scourges are sent for amendment, but the people are still not hearkening unto them. You see the gas shortages are coming, the fame is coming. You've got the men of the Lord preaching out there, but people are continuing to wax haughty and just be more proud. Especially 2/3 of the last ones to know that anything's going on. You act like you know everything of what's going on.
Okay. It says, likewise, also as it was in the days of Lot, they did eat, they drank, they bought, they sold, they planted, they builded. But the same day that Lot went out of Sodom, it rained fire and brimstone from heaven and destroyed them all.
And it's going to be no different than this spiritual Sodom and Gomorrah we're living in right now. Hey, things were going on, people weren't taking heed, and then that fire and brimstone hit back then, and these nuclear missiles are going to hit today, and you people are going to have to sit there and stew in that fire.
Kind of says, in that day he which shall be upon the housetop, and his stuff in the house, let him not come down to take it away. And he that is in the field, let him likewise not return back. Remember Lot's wife.
And it's going to be a hard thing for the men of the Lord in that day as well. Like we said earlier, even the righteous shall scarcely be saved. And as that brother said, hey, if you're not in your house, don't go back for your stuff. Pretty much, and that stuff can go into the goods in your house, or a woman in your house. Hey, your children, even a woman that's not really giving you hell. Wherever you are in that day when shit goes down, you just got to keep moving forward and have faith that the Most High's going to get you through it. And hey, if it's meant for you to be with you in that day, He's going to get her through it. But that's the spirit we got to be in that day. As this brother always brings out, you got to be in that Conan spirit. I mean, that spirit is going forward and seeing the dead bodies in the misery on the left hand and the right hand, but staying on that spiritual narrow path, going forward, following after your power, that you're gonna make it.
What that movie was? Can you leave something?
Heat.
Yeah, like the movie Heat, man. And it's a scene in there when they were sitting at the table, and the guy was the actual cop talking to the actual guy that was robbing banks, like, you know, trying to tap into himself. And he was like, well, you know, I prime myself to be like this. If it's anything that I myself into, if I can't leave it, drop it in the sand, you know, help me out. He said something about
pretty much, if you can't leave the things you care about in a second, you're screwed.
Yeah, he was going to even to the woman, you know. That's how you gotta be, man. You gotta get in a Conan state of mind, man. Because you're gonna see some shit. You're gonna see things going on. You're gonna have near misses on your life. Spare us in that day, man. This ain't gonna be no cakewalk, as some men think it's gonna be. You got some people out here don't even know what the fuck going on. Jacob trouble ain't gonna happen, man. You know? But when it happens, you're gonna get caught up in it very good, man.
Mm-hmm.
Mate, we're in the soft stage of Jacob trouble now.
Hey,
Jake don't know this guy.
Huh? I just ain't agreeing with the brother. Hey, in the beginning, right now. And then especially you Jakes are gonna get caught up, because this is who this whole truth is for. Ultimately for the elect. The rest of the nation is hearing it.
Yeah, Jake don't even know that the Middle East is really right now, man. Them gutter rats up and them peppers, they at war right now. He got iron being used. Yeah, I just seen him tear down, shot rockets on a goddamn whole apartment building, knocked the whole apartment building down, man. How many of you over here is ready for the major building live and in the flesh? You can see a whole building come out with people in it. People in the apartment sleeping. You just see the whole building come out. You heard that, man? Ambulance, people all messed up. This is gonna mess a lot of you people up, man. Because you haven't prepared yourself. You know, your faith ain't where it's supposed to be. Your mind ain't even where it's supposed to be. Believe that America is gonna last forever, man. All right, you believe that this shit is all about cookies and cream and strawberry icing and strawberry cakes and shit, man. You know, it's always a one guy. The other guy he don't even know what the hell going on. One that's knowing what the hell going on, man. Which one is you?
That's beautiful. You said three people there. Two that didn't know what's going on, and one that knew what it was going on. 1/3 know what's going on, while 2/3 don't know what's going on. And that's why you're going to get caught out here with your ass completely in the breeze.
Mm-hmm.
There's a percentage of people that's saying, where's the word of the Lord? Let it come down. What percentage of people you think that is in the scriptures, man? Obviously, they got to be what? The Israel that's not of the Most High, man. The Israel that's of the Most High is dreading the woeful day, because they know what it is, man. They know what it is. The Lord have given them a prelude through words, all right, through scriptures to let them know what's coming, man. But 2/3 of our people, they don't care. They say, where's the word of the Lord? Let it come now. Are you serious?
You pull that one out?
Huh?
Yeah, I was wanting a brother to get that one. That's
Jeremiah. Yeah, that's Jeremiah 17-16. I get it for y'all. It says this Jeremiah 17-15. Behold, they say unto me, where is the word of Yahweh? That's in all caps. Let it come now.
Hey, point blank period. Back in that 2 Peter's, a lot of you Jakes are in that spirit of we've been hearing about this from our grandparents in the past, or y'all been talking about this for 5 or 10 years and nothing has happened. Like, I'll see it when I believe it. And will best believe you're gonna see it, you're gonna feel it, you're gonna smell it, you're gonna touch it, and you're gonna die by it.
Yeah, it says, as for me, so this is what Jeremiah is saying when the wicked people asking, where's the word of the Lord? Is you serious? That's a day of dark clouds, gloominess. The men of the Lord is trying to prepare themselves the best that they can for that day. All right. They not hastening it. They hastening a day, but also they respecting the day of the Lord because of the respect they have towards their maker. It says, as for me, I have not hastened from being a pastor to follow thee, neither have I desired the woeful day. So hey, Jeremiah, like the day of the Lord is not desirable, man. All right. Now, yeah, it must come. This is the only way we must enter into the kingdom of heaven. But that day, who can withstand? Who can behold it, man? Who can look upon it? Who can live within it, man? All right. It says, thou knowest.
Back in that second Ezra 16, woe is me, woe is me. Who will deliver me in those days? Hey, because all these prophets saw these visions thousands of years ago and knew that they were prophets at the time. They also understood the reincarnation, and when they came back, they wouldn't have had the knowledge of previous things. They would have just been in a situation like we're in right now, not knowing who we are or if we're of that number or not. So they're diligently hearkening to do what they can to be a part of that number.
It says, I have not, neither have I desired that woeful day. Thou knowest, but that which came out of my lips was right before thee, which the things that are coming out the men of the Lord lips right now is right before the Lord. It says, be not a terror unto me, thou art my hope in the day of evil.
Right. I actually one too, man. In the midst of all this shit going down, you know, if you Lord willing, you hold strong. This is First 3 and 19. It's for battle standing not in multitudes of hosts, in the host, but strength coming from heaven. They come against us in much pride and destroy us, and our wives, and to spoil us. This is the point right here. It says, but we fight for our lives and our laws, wherefore the Lord himself will overthrow them before our face. And as for you, but ye not, and it says, as for you, be not afraid of them.
It speaks for itself. Hey, we're fighting for our laws and our lives right now, doing what we can to have that protective hedge over us for that day of Jacob shall come. And Most High is going to fight for us in that day. Many brothers have accounts of dreams that they've had where they were caught in tough situations, but the Most High got them out of it. And then we have examples through these scriptures in the past that were in tough situations. And it's going to be no different as it was back then as it is today. You just got to have that faith that you're going to make it out of the situation. Somebody actually, let's see, Psalms 91, start at verse 1, read down to verse 8, because that backs up what the elders brought out in First Maccabees. They putting all the trust in Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai.
Yeah, he's going to overthrow them himself, man. All right? And Lord willing, the scripture says, I believe Ecclesiastes,
yes, Sirach 25.
Yeah, that pleases the Most High to see a man enjoy his children and also to see the downfall of his enemies, man. And Lord, our eyes behold it, man. Our eyes, you know, it's no greater thing for our eyes, man, to see our enemies go down, all right? And triumphing and stepping on us, go down to actually nothing. Lord, man. Right? You know, there's no greater thing to actually see the first chains being pulled out, all right, of a chest and them devils up in chains, man. All right? In the start of, you see the start of this thing. Hey, come on, step up. Clamp, you putting it on them, man.
Hey, these people, these devils you've been reading about, like your Evelyn and your Rockefellers, your Bill Gateses, all these people that have been working to the detriment of our nation, you're going to finally get to see them, hey, in the flesh, in those new spiritual bodies, like Elder Brother said, slapping those cold, heavy chains on them and telling them to get to work.
Hey, yeah, go ahead, my bad.
And there's not a goddamn thing they can do about it. It's their time to get a foot in their ass.
I'm waiting for that surreal moment, man. You know what that surreal moment is? It's like when you see your you know, back in the world, you seen your top celebrity bring the joy into the world. You see the Michael Jackson. You know how it's like you look at the nigga, you can't believe that you seen him. It's like time and stop. Sit and slow down. It's not gonna be the Evelyn Rothschilds of the world, man. The Bill Scam Gates of the world, man. We get them devils, the Faucis. It's going to like time to stop, even for them.
Okay, ain't making it though.
Oh, that nigga ain't making it, man.
Who?
Draws off him. Damn. Yeah, man. It's gonna be even them. They don't come out them damn holes looking like Saddam. Pulled out that damn hole
with this rusty mouth.
Yeah, he was all rusty, dust all around his mouth and shit, dirt on it, rocks on his nose. He definitely gonna get it, man.
When you look at that image, it was a Jake pulling Saddam Hussein out of that hole.
Oh yeah.
So it's gonna be a Superman Jake pulling you Rockefellers and you DuPont, you Indians out of that hole.
Yeah, man. Fords, you Clintons, Bushes of the world, you gonna get got, man.
Mm-hmm.
I got that.
All right.
And you know that Psalms 91.
I got that. I got something for that too, Yakana. What you saying, bro?
Oh yeah, go bring it up.
This Job 12:17 is a few precepts on why you so just hold that down, bro. It says, he leadeth counselors away spoil and maketh the judges fools. He looseth the bonds of kings and girded their loins with a girdle. He leadeth princes away spoil and overthrow the mighty. He removed away the speech.
That's plain, man. Again, you don't even know breaking down in that, man. That's plain.
Yeah, it's more. He about to Job getting busy.
It's not even just the elite bankers. All you nations had a part in taking us down, man. Every last one of you. All right. That's why you read the scriptures. There's a judgment for Moab. There's a judgment from Edom. Because all you nations had us in your possession, even you top world leaders, man. This is
I got one to back down what you said.
Real quick. This is the one I was talking about. This First Maccabees 2 is it's small. 10. It says, what nation has not had a part in her kingdom and gotten her spoils? How about us?
Yep.
And from the times of judges all the way up until today, every single one of you heathen nations has had a peace in afflicting the nation of Israel. And that's Psalm that you've all confederate together to take advantage and our power. That's why you don't see the Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans having a seat to win, not even being acknowledged as the Israelites. These average Joe heathens out here don't know what's going on. Best believe that their higher up families and their royalties know what it's hitting for. So they're continuing to try to keep it down. But hey, they're seeing this take place before their eyes. And that's
what the other nigga that just died.
Philip.
The Prince
Philip.
Yeah, that
Prince Philip.
That racist dog. You know, he had about them. You know that girl having a black baby. You know, I seen some shit from him back in the 40s and. Well, he was around the 50s and 40s and shit. That was a racist dog.
mm-hmm.
You know, he know who Jake is, man. He don't even want to shake you niggas' hands, man. Just like remember Bush, no, Clinton. Bush went over the son Bush went over there to Africa and shook, you know, Jake's hands and shit. When Clinton was turning around, he went and wiped his hand on the back. Yeah, that's a video of that shit, man.
Oh shit!
I don't like you niggas, man. Even Adolf Hitler. Adolf Hitler had the Olympics in the time of Adolf Hitler. Jackie Owens won all that shit, man. He didn't want to shake his hand, man.
He could. Right. They got footage of Hitler when Jackie Owens won. He like jumped up and had a shocked look on his face because he couldn't believe it. He looked so down on you niggas that there's no way they could have beaten the Aryans. Edomites weren't even the Aryans anyway. When we were down with the brothers in North Carolina, we went to the white man's Bible, and Esau was letting you know how he feels about you, Jakes. He called you the Black Rock.
You know?
The Black Plague. The Black
pretty
Plague.
much.
Hey, But like the elder them said, man, these kings and these higher ups think they gonna just sit back and just touch the apple of the Lord's eye, and ain't nothing gonna come back on them, man. They just think they gonna sit in their high palaces, all right, in the rocks and in the mountains, all right, and nothing is gonna be done unto them, man. They high and proud. It says just Job 12, and I'm gonna start with 17 again. It's all good. He leaded counselors away spoiled and maketh the judges fools. He loosed the bonds of kings and girded their loins with a girdle. He leaded princes away spoiled and overthrow the mighty. He removed away the speech of the trusty and taken away the understanding of the aged. He poured contempt upon princes and weakened the strength of the mighty. He covered deep things out of darkness and bringeth out light, the shadow of death. This is the point. He increased the nations and destroyed them. He enlarged the nations and straightened them again. He taketh away the heart of the chief of the people of the earth and caused them to wander in the wilderness where there is no way. They grope in the dark without light, and he maketh them to stagger like a drunken man.
A point period. That what that said is that the Most High is the one that sets them down just to knock them down. Hey, what did the Most High do with ancient Pharaoh? He hardened his heart and built him up. Do anything just so his fall would be that much greater. And everybody remembers the Exodus to this very day. And it's no different with you heathens, chiefly you Edomites. The Most High has built you up to look like the most unstoppable nation on the face of the earth, just to show how great and quick your fall is going to be, how significant you were. It was the Most High that set up your kingdom, and the Most High that put it down. Said Yahushua, it's going to take 1 hour for Yahushua to take away Esau's rulership. All those hundreds of years of planning and weapons and so-called going to the moon.
I got one real fast. This is Second Maccabees 7:31. It says, "Art and thou that has been the art of all witches against the Hebrews shall take the hand of the Most High. For we suffer because of our sins." All right, and though thou livest, Lord, be angry with us a little while for our chastising and correction, yet shall he be at one again with his servants. But thou, O godless man, and of all others most wicked, be not lifted up without a cause, nor puffed up with uncertain hopes, lifting up thy hands against the servants of Yahweh. For thou hast not yet escaped the judgment of the Almighty Yahweh, who seeth all things.
Hey, as it says, slackness for the Most High bringing about judgment. It doesn't mean the Most High is not going to get around to you. Hey, the Most High allows you to build up your type of wickedness just so it can be justified down. And as it said in that Maccabees, a wicked man did not escape, and also that we're in this situation for our own transgressions. Hey, so we're paying for it right now. That time to where our punishment and chastisement is at an end, and yours is about to begin. As lamentations, you're about to get a cup of slavery and plagues and all that, and you're gonna have to drink that cup to the dregs, just like the nation of Israel had to.
Right, man. We don't have no hope in this kingdom, even unto death, man. Even unto death, the scripture says, we don't really care, man.
Lives until the death, as it says in Revelation 12.
Right. I'm looking at one right here that kind of real good. In the Maccabees 14, one of the sons said, all right, we have that hope in that too, man, even unto death. But the Lord give us his salvation. He said, so when he was ready to die, he said, thus it is good to death by men to look for hope from Yahweh to be raised up again by him. That's reincarnation right there, man. Right? Thou has have no redemption up to life, man.
And it backs that up in Isaiah 14. It says the grave and the worms to meet you at your fall. That these other kings, these other heathen nations will be able to go back to their rest. But as for you, you shall have no memorial, and you're going to be cast out. Because ultimately, all these heathen nations are going to go into slavery for 1,000 years. But those other nations are going to be able to go back and live peacefully, though under our subjection. After that, Edomites are all going to be gathered up and taken off of this plane of fire, and nobody's going to be none the wiser about it. They're going to be happy about it. It says in Isaiah 14 that the earth is going to be enjoyed when the wicked are finally taken out.
I think we had
If any other brothers didn't have any precepts, we'll probably close out in that Psalms 91.
I got it for you.
All right, you
got
got
it.
You got it.
1 through 8.
Psalms 91 verses 1 to 8.
All right. This is Psalm 91 and 1. He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty.
Keep going.
I will say of the Most High, He is my refuge and my fortress, my power, in Him will I trust.
And that's what the elect doing, knowing that the Most High is our refuge and our power. And in that day, if we stay diligent on our watch, He's going to stay diligent on His and be that mighty man, that unstoppable force against our enemies and guide us through all these calamities we're about to go through.
Verse 3, surely He shall deliver thee from the snare of the fowler and from the noisome pestilence. If I can add to that, fowler, being Esau, Edom, 2, them fowler. 4, He shall cover thee with His feathers, and under His wings shalt thou trust. His truth shall be thy shield and buckler.
Yeah, as in verse 3, He shall deliver thee from the snare, from the noisome pestilence, all these different traps that Esau, Edom set up to catch up the hopeful elect. Hey, we're going to get out of it. We're at number. And then, as it said in verse 4, He's going to hide us. That's what we're ultimately hoping for, to get beamed up onto those chariots and be able to stand on that sea of glass and see this wicked kingdom, Babylon, that whore, get hit with those 200 missiles and see what the reward of the wicked is.
Verse 5, thou shalt not be afraid for the terror by night, nor for the arrow that fly by day. 6, nor the pestilence that walketh in darkness, nor for the destruction that wasteth at noonday.
Keep going out.
7, 1,000 shall fall at thy side, and 10,000 at thy right hand, but it shall not come nigh thee.
Hey, 1,000 shall fall at thy right hand, and 10,000 on thy left, but none of it shall touch you. We're going to be on that spiritual straight and narrow going forward, not being touched by the pestilence or the terror by night, or ultimately that arrow that flies by the day, those nuclear missiles when they're shot to the ends of the earth. Because like I said, our ultimate goal is to be on that chariot, standing on that sea of glass, seeing those missiles completely wash this place of its wickedness.
Verse 8, only with thine eyes shalt thou behold and see the reward of the wicked.
The reward of the wicked, as the brother was talking about in Sirach or Ecclesiastes 25, one of the greatest things to see is the downfall of our enemies. To see Esau, Edom, and these other heathen nations, his pride getting taken down, their rulership completely destroyed, and then being under our feet for 1,000 years, building, giving us back our riches, us doing double unto them as they did unto us. And if you're a sincere out there, that should be what you're diligently hoping for, and that it comes quickly. Though we have to go through the tears, we know that if we go through that narrow pass, we're going to see that great city at the end. Did any brothers have any points you wanted to make?
No.
Hey, so with this Shabbat, sincere Akim were edified. And again, as always, we're going to give all praises, glory, and infinite honors to Yahweh. Double honors to the apostles and millstone who ruled and teach well, and peace and salutations to you, sincere Akim out there, pushing this word in truth and sincerity to the four corners of the world. May you represent until the end. Shabbat Shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom.